My definition of neurodiversity.
Understanding and acceptance that everyone has a different brain.
Each and everyone's brain being completely different.
How we all think and process and view the world differently.
Nobody feels things the same, sees the world the same.
I've been diagnosed with autism.
Depression.
Bipolar.
Great social anxiety.
ADHD, depression, anxiety.
OCD, PTSD, Parkinson's. We're all under this giant umbrella.
Not a lot of places can bring so many neurodiverse backgrounds under one roof. And that's honestly why I'm happy to be an intern at Different Brains.
The goal of Different Brains is to get the world to understand and embrace the fact that all of our brains are different and we all need to be included. We all have abilities.
I'm Reuben Friedlander, and I've been an intern here for 11 months. I mean, my different brain goes from being hyper to not being hyper. It depends whether I'm in a familiar environment or not. I mean, I only really mostly show symptoms of Asperger's when I'm not familiar with an environment. I'll be like really quiet. I'm uncomfortable meeting new people. That's what I was like when I first started working here.
Reuben was such a delight. We have an inclusive atmosphere, and if you were to give each of us labels, they would all be all over the map.
The label's not really, it doesn't give us any information. The information we want is what is a person struggling with, so we can give them skills in this area, so we can give them skills in that area.
It's about each individual's abilities. What can they do, and how can we harness that to maximize their potential?
I've tried my hand at just about everything here. Did some writing for the website, wrote some of the resource pages, stories. I edited videos and transcripts for the videos. Welcome to Different Brains. I'm your host, Reuben Friedlander, and you're watching The Week in Neurodiversity. Performing on camera here kind of made me feel like I could perform on camera elsewhere, although I'm not, sure it would be a waste of my intelligence.
Many of our interns we mentor here are a whole lot smarter than me. They really are. And they just got to find their niche.
I mean, some of the interns like Andrew, I talk back and forth with them all the time. You always have to tell me to shut up, so, and keep working.
The last few years, with the help of the internet and technology, we have all been able to kind of break out of our shells and the ways that our autism can keep us isolated, and meet each other and find each other and share our stories with each other.
The most underrated thing I've found that is so important for all of our brains and all of our overall health is socialization, strong social relationships.
Our ritual when guests come in and we all have to introduce ourselves, and we did that at least once every day almost.
I know we're making a difference as I speak around the country, as we see the interactions in our social media and on our website, as we've interviewed over 180 world neurodiversity leaders at this point.
I met with a family years ago. I remember their daughter was 19, and I met with the mom and the dad and the girl, and she had a cognitive disability. We were talking about employment. The dad said to me, "Oh no, she's not going to work." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because she can't work." And I looked at her there and I said, "Do you want to work?" And she goes, "I think so." And so the parents, as lovely as they were, they really felt that there was nothing out there for her.
The job that I just got is at a storage facility, a self-storage facility. I'm hoping I'll be running the place within, like a year, but
businesses need to learn that. If you get the right person for the right job, so you give them some accommodation, you make them welcome, you do what you need to do. Sure, many of us have social awkwardness about us. Well, let's help them out.
The reason that I'm proud to sit on the board of Different Brains is because that's the concept, right? It's that everybody's brain is different.
Whether we're talking about mental health issues, developmental issues, neurological issues, from autism to Alzheimer's and all brains in between.
The biggest single thing I learned from Different Brains is that you can turn your disadvantage into an advantage. I've always been told, it's a matter of overcoming your disadvantage to fit in normally rather than fitting in a way that wouldn't be possible for a neurotypical person. So it's actually possible to not fit in, but in a good way.
When you go to differentbrains.org, you'll find a whole host of free resources and free-to-access media that can be helpful to so many. All of this is produced by our wonderful neurodiverse interns who get all of their training here at Different Brains. All of this is made possible by donations from people like you. Isn't this something that you'd like to join and support differentbrains.org?